Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Dogs Huddle, your gateway to an in-depth connection between sports medicine and the latest events in sports, fantasy, and betting. Today's show is brought to you by the Health and Wellness Depot. Unlock the power of well-being. I'm Dr. Mikey B. With me, as always, CJ, the sports enthusiast, and Dr. MJB, the legend. Okay, today we're going to be doing a fast-track episode where we're going to be doing some of the Monday night previews for tonight's exciting game. The Jacksonville Jaguars are hosting the Kansas City Chiefs, and then that'll follow by a brief review of some of the games and highlights that we feel we want to touch on from yesterday's games. So without further ado, gentlemen, let's get right to it. What are we thinking about tonight's games? Jaguars hosting Chiefs.
It's exciting. The Jags have been surprisingly figuring it out.
I know. So I thought I'd represent the throwback. This will forever be the cooler logo, in my opinion. I love this logo, and they got the Jaguar. So all those who are listening to our show that are gonna be watching tonight's game, check it out. They got it all over the stadium. They got the throwback unis on. They look clean, and I just want to make a statement as to why this is relevant. Okay, why this is relevant. The last time the Jacksonville Jaguars won when hosting a Monday Night Football game was in 2011 with Blaine Gabbert at quarterback and Maurice Jones-Drew as their running back. I know, 2011. And do you know that it's been even longer since the Jacksonville Jaguars have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs? The last time they beat the Kansas City Chiefs, that's right, David Garrard was the quarterback, okay? So I just want to throw some of those stats out there. But gentlemen, this is a different day. This is a different age, okay? We're talking shit to coach the defense coordinator Salah because he's saying the wrong words about the Jacksonville head coach, and he's telling him, don't put my name in your mouth, okay, after beating the 49ers last week. This is a team with Liam Cohen that's going in there trying to win ball games. 3-1. They could be 4-1 and beat the Chiefs after tonight. I think wearing the throwback unis, which are much cleaner, coming in with a different type of attitude. Finally, they got it right. The culture is right in Jacksonville, and I think that they're going to get a win tonight, and which I will get to shortly. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Listen, man, I'm a Florida boy, so all I'm going to say is Duval.
Yeah, you know it. You know it. So, I think
that they can really do it. I think it comes down to, how well is Trevor Lawrence going to play? How well is he going to play?
Yeah.
So I think that, if Mahomes comes out strong, I think he's going to, it's going to be hard to stop. But the Jaguars defense has had an impressive amount of turnovers on defense. So I'm curious to see how they contain him and if the game turns out to be run heavy. But yeah, it should be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, I completely agree,
deep, man.
It's great.
We had a chance to play them this year, the Panthers, and holy crap, they got guys who can fly, can cover. Man, it was not pleasant to watch them beat up on my team. So yeah, but I think they do have enough. I think they do have enough to make this a compelling game, man. So I'm going with the Florida team.
My man, that's what I want to hear. Who are you taking, Chris? You got the Jaguars.
I got Jags at home. I got
Jags. All right, we're all in the Jags. Well, that means you guys are going to love this because the prescription parlay for today, okay, we're actually going to bring up a different graphic real quick. We have the Jaguars money line. The Jags are going to get it done against the Kansas City Chiefs at home, okay? Brenton Strange, 30 receiving, okay? And Pat Mahomes, 20 rushing. Listen, Pat Mahomes is rushing over 30 rushing yards per game. I know he didn't break the 20 yards mark the last two games. However, overall rushing is greater than it was last year. He is actually, believe it or not, Pat Mahomes is greater than 21% of the Chiefs' rushing game. Okay, so expect him to get it done on the ground when he's got nobody open on passing plays, and he's going to try to make plays with his legs today because the Jaguars defense has everybody covered. I'm expecting at least 20 rushing yards from him. I think Brenton Strange does a good job with some mismatches against the Chiefs defense. Listen, the Chiefs corners are no joke. And I think that with Brian Thomas having somewhat of a shaky start to the year, well, not somewhat, definitely a shaky start to the year, I'm thinking that Brenton Strange gets at least 30 receiving yards, and that'll get you the win. So that brings us to Jaguars money line. Brenton Strange 30 receiving, Pat Mahomes 20 rushing. Okay, if you do this on Fanatics Sportsbook, we are not by any means working with Fanatics, but they do offer a 33% boost, which will bring it your $10 bet for a 3-leg parlay. Gentlemen, a 3-leg parlay, $10 wins you 100 tonight. I think this is the lock of the year, as long as our Jaguars can get it done. Thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's doable. I'm very curious to see if the impact of the turnovers with the Jaguars defense affects how much Mahomes rushes, but I think it's very possible. I took the bet, so I'm locked in.
Yeah, I think it's locked in on all ends. All of it should happen because it's just things that have happened in the past. You're just kind of continuing that trend. So I think, yeah, it's a solid parlay.
Dude, I'm just seeing it now. These guys warming up in the old school Jaguars unis. It's so nostalgic. Like, they got to get the W. I'm ready. Well, listen, this isn't the only parlay we have going for everybody tonight. So we want to get out our second one to all of our listeners now, so that way you have an opportunity to get these picks in before the 8 o'clock kickoff. And for those of you who are also following us on our Instagram, both of these parlays have always been posted on the Instagram for your viewing as well, to help you get in your tickets before the start of the game. So the Legend, let's see what you got, friend. We're looking at the Legends parlay.
And honor my man Shane McMahon from the WWE. That's his interesting song for those who like wrestling. But let's get right to it. Yeah, so this is my parlay here. I have a 5-leg parlay. I have Patrick Mahomes throwing for 1 passing touchdown. That's it. Not more, not less. Just 1 passing touchdown. I have Travis Hunter going for 3+ receptions in all of his games this year, but 1. He's at least 3 receptions or more. Xavier Worthy, I think that he is a lock to get you 50 receiving yards. Isaiah Pacheco, now this hasn't been a great year for him. I'll give you that. But I think that the Chiefs try to get back on track and try to run the ball a bit more. So I think he does get you 40 rushing yards on the ground. Brian Thomas, again, not one of those where he's had a great year. But, hey, this is week 5. Things can change, baby. I think Brian Thomas comes out flying. I think he gets 50 receiving yards. And I think this is a lock for Dr. MJB, the Legends 5-leg parlay. I added a 10% profit boost to get me to 12.10. So my bet was $15 to win $196.50. Holla at your boy.
I mean, listen, 15 to win 200. I mean, I like it. I'm just still in shock. We were talking off air. Isaiah Pacheco's plus 210 for 40 rushing yards. Like, that either means one of two things. This is a steal. Like, dude, this is going to help get you paid finding a leg that's going to pay you very, very well. Or the rushing game is just that bad. I mean, I did just say 21% of the rushing game comes from Pat Mahomes, which is absurd. But
well, let me throw this out there though.
I think it's definitely going to be possible.
You do? So I'm going to be the devil's advocate. I think that's going to be what kills this bet, because Isaiah Pacheco has only put up 45 rushing yards in 1 game this year out of the first 4 weeks. And right now, the Jacksonville Jaguars defense is ranked 4th in the league at run stop with 82.8 rushing yards allowed per game. So it's going to be tough. That's going to be the toughest part of this parlay to hit.
I agree, but I think that they get back to the point. He's only had 32 carries, bro. So, like, that's 8 carries a game. I think that changes. That has to change. You don't want Patrick Mahomes to be 20% of your rushing offense when you're not purposely trying to have him rush. So I think you try to get the ground game going. You have to. Especially, dude, the Jaguars defense is really, really good. So I think that you got to be able to keep the ball out of Sunshine's hand and hand the rock over to my boy Pacheco.
Yeah, I think part of Mahomes rushing is him running for his life with the O-line.
Oh, for sure.
But it works. Things break down.
Yeah, it does work. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that, the Jaguars being on prime time, it works well for the Chiefs. I really, really, really am hopeful that the Jaguars can get the W and we finally see them take down a team under the lights on prime time, hosting, the powerhouse like the Chiefs. Like, this is the game that they need to prove that they are legitimate this year and they're on the map. And people should be, marking them off on the calendar. Beware, But I also think that this might also leave room for some mishaps where that's where you're going to see Pacheco gain those 40 yards where maybe they don't have as strong of a game, but they could still hopefully pull out the W. We'll see.
Yeah, for sure.
So for those of you who would like to see this parlay again, just visit our Instagram. We got them both posted for all of you viewers, so that way you can make sure you get your ticket in. Okay, we got just over 15 minutes before kickoff, so get those tickets in if you want to make money. So, gentlemen, let's review the week. Interesting week. The Ravens suck.
I mean,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, we called
terrible.
that. We did call the Houston Texans, but I think it's
but that
it's more so.
action.
Yeah, I agree, but it's more so their secondary is diminished. Lamar Jackson didn't play. I mean,
Derrick Henry forgot how to play football.
It is next man up. They definitely need to look like a much better football team. It's not justified, but
listen,
I thought couldn't tackle.
I thought their defense going into the season was gonna be much better, bro.
It looked great on paper.
I thought the secondary was gonna be the bright spot of the defense at the start of the season. Now they can't cover nobody. Like, it's like, this is crazy.
Yeah. No, I know. I agree. And then, I just want to make note of, as we talk about injuries on this show, plenty, speaking about the Baltimore Ravens, with Lamar's hamstring injury, guys, don't be surprised if we don't see him next week. It hasn't been ruled yet, but from what I've been reading, they have a bye the week after next. So a lot of talk is you let him sit. He gets 2 more weeks off the leg, and then they get him back after the bye. So I'm not expecting to see Lamar Jackson back. So those of you who have him like I do in fantasy, prepare for an alternative solution for next week just in case. I could tell everyone that early on. The next one, guys, just before the show, Amarian Hampton was deemed out and placed on IR. He's going to be out with an ankle injury. He was in a boot yesterday at the very end of the game and in the locker room. It just came out just before we went live. He's now placed on IR. IR rules deem at least 4 weeks out. This is devastating for me because add it to the list of injuries. I literally have no one on my fantasy team that even starts anymore. It's a disaster. I hope he gets healthy soon. It's unfortunate because with Dobbins out, he was finally starting to get into a rhythm with that Charger offense.
Is this for our league, Mike?
Yeah, that's for yeah.
I have him in another league too, which is kind of crazy. And he was just starting to get into a rhythm because it took him slow to start to really figure it out. But that's crazy.
Yep, I believe Bucky Irving, another one who hurts me in my other league. He's also not projected to return this week. I know this is early. It may happen, but the way things are looking currently, start planning for an alternative because I do not believe Bucky Irving will be playing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers next week. Speaking of that game, can we just talk about?
I was just going to bring that up.
I just want to say, how we talked about who are, we in the past in the offseason we had these conversations on who our favorite player is currently. Guys, my favorite player currently playing in the NFL is Baker Mayfield.
I feel like it's always either Baker or Stafford, but it is Warren.
It's Baker. It's Baker. I mean, I've been rooting for this guy. You guys know how much of a Baker fan I've been since day one when he was drafted, right? Mm-hmm. I have said it, right? MJB, when we were living in Miami, you can attest this. You remember I was saying
I can attest to it.
He is the guy. This guy, he's unbelievable. I mean, guys keep on getting hurt and going down. Next man up, he's getting it done, dude. He's getting it done.
At the current moment, Mike, he is the league's MVP.
I agree.
He's the league's MVP. Yeah.
Between the statistics, he's unbelievable, dude.
Yeah, he's been playing lights out. Chris, I'm telling you, they have been decimated by injuries, and it's like, all right, just put in whoever I need to play with, and I'll win. And it's like, holy crap, that's incredible.
He was a winner in college. He's been a winner when he came into the league. It just when you're put in an environment that's so not a winning culture, the Cleveland Browns, unfortunately at the time, the Carolina Panthers. These things these things can hinder a guy from succeeding. Yeah, Mike, I'm sorry, you heard that right. Anyway, he left the Panthers and goes and plays one game for the Rams and balls out and wins in exciting fashion. Goes and now it just turns, his career around and really uplifts and brings that next element to the Tampa Bay Bucks. Huge Baker Mayfield fan. Very happy with that comeback and their win against the Seattle Seahawks.
Dude, there was a couple games this weekend that I was just like, huh? Like, I'll just throw out a couple. First, Broncos beating the Eagles.
Yeah, well done. Well done. Yes.
We love that.
All right.
Across the board, I think we are grateful for that.
Yep.
What's even
Very
better
happy.
is that Eagles were up 17-3 at one point and didn't score a point since. Broncos just came and just bawled.
Shout out to Sean Payton for changing whatever he was doing, because whatever he was doing in the first half, it didn't work. He did something different, made some changes, and it paid off. Bo Nix showing some resilience. Hey, guys, Evan Ingram actually does play football still. I forgot.
Yeah.
He's been on that roster, and you wouldn't even know he was on the field. He finally got involved, got a touchdown there at the end of the game. Crucial play. It was very exciting to see them come back and make it happen.
Yeah, and 18 of those points were in the fourth quarter, dude.
Unbelievable.
It all happened in the fourth. Titans coming back to beat the Cardinals was
dude.
I was like, whoa, okay.
Dude, should we talk about the dropped ball before he scored a touchdown for the Cardinals?
DeMarcado, yeah. I mean, guys, it just happened the week before. Can we just be smart, and hold on to the football,
Yeah, man.
Just why are we so lazy to let go of the football? I played football, you played football. I never felt that way, so I don't
No,
I never even I'm holding on to that ball. I'm making sure that thing is with me as I'm getting into the end zone, and then I want to hear the whistle blow and the arms go up so that way I can celebrate. Before then, I'm not letting go of that thing. I don't understand.
Did you guys see Jonathan Gann freak out on the sideline?
That was what I wanted. I wanted to bring that up. Dude, he straight up was punching him. Now, I know people are freaking out. People are freaking out about this, and in today's day and age, you can't do that. So in no way, shape, or form am I condoning this. But I can promise you that the three of us have gotten that and worse on the sideline growing up playing football. I mean, you're talking about us getting ripped by our face mask, spitting all in our face. Every guy, it looked worse than I'm sure it was. But on national television, you can't be doing that. In today's day and age, you can't be doing that. And I'm not in any way, shape, or form condoning it, but it's not the other world.
Mike speaking from trauma.
Yeah, literally trauma for sure.
Yep. Hey man, Skipper was no joke. All right, my wide receivers coach growing up was no joke. All right,
but real quick, I want to talk about my team's game.
We should.
Panthers and Dolphins. Dude. So, man, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I'm sure my neighbors heard probably every cuss word. They probably even heard made up cuss words early into that game because, bro, we were down 17-0 at one point. I called Mike. I was like, hey, man, Bryce needs to go. The coach needs to go. Just get rid of everyone. I called Mike 2 hours later.
So funny.
Oh, shit. We're not going to win. Let's go.
It's the complete opposite, dude. It's complete opposite. And here I am in that first conversation saying, dude, Jackson Dart's got to be the guy. Two drives, 2 touchdowns.
How quickly it switches.
We look great. As soon as we hung up the phone, everything changed. The Panthers got better. The Giants just got unbelievably worse. Giants 5 turnovers, a 5-0 turnover ratio. No one's going to win a football game like that. They just looked ugly the rest of the game. We don't even need to talk about the Giants football game. I will be there on Thursday evening as we get decimated by the Philadelphia Eagles.
All I'm going to say is on the note of I'm sure people don't want to hear about the Giants right now because they're miserable. But
there's nothing to talk about.
On the note of the Panthers-Miami game, I have to say pick up if people haven't picked up already. I picked him up last week, and he was playing for me in the flex, and I was thankful I did that. It was Rico Dowdle, 23 rushing attempts, 206 yards, and 1 TD.
I love it.
Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the other one that we should be looking at, Darren Waller. Okay. I was
yeah.
I was making some suggestions off air to some other people, maybe some people listening right now. I also picked him up, and boof, another week touchdown. Guys, if he stays healthy, he really is here to play. I mean, he looks good,
Yeah.
and with Tariq out,
I
he's
had
going
a
to
feeling.
be a
I
big
don't
target.
know. I did have a feeling. I drafted him actually as my last player, and then I dropped him because I needed a spot. But he can play. I just think it was you can't grade his play when he was with the Giants because the whole team just didn't have an offense.
Yeah.
Right. And now that Tariq Hill's out, they're going to be looking for another, receiver type player, and that's what they're going to get.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't it just piss you off? Doesn't it just piss you off when former players from your team go elsewhere and rejuvenate their careers, bro? Like, it drives me crazy.
They're just not. I mean, it drives me crazy.
Did you forget who you're talking to?
They're just not utilized correctly in the right system.
Kenny, Daniel friggin' Jones. The list goes on. Yes. The amount of guys that are just having unbelievable amounts of success in the league that couldn't get it done in the New York Giants makes you start to think. But that'll be for another conversation. Hey, guys, another one I want to bring up. The Cincinnati Bengals are awful. Listen, next week, include the Packers money line over the Cincinnati Bengals. It's a guaranteed hit. If you're in a survival pool and you haven't taken the Packers yet,
you really think
this is your week.
I think that Jake Browning was slowly starting to figure it out. They were coming back. They didn't get killed towards the end of the game. It was 37-24, and it was like 24-0. It was like 24-0, and then they started to figure it out. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't think that they're going to have the same success against that Packers defense.
I mean, that's valid. But okay.
I just don't. I like going against the Bengals. They look like a lost team. Yes, they were getting the ball to Jamar Chase, and probably just to shut him up. And he got a couple of touchdowns in the game, but a lot of it was all in garbage time that they were slowly creeping back. Like it wasn't like they were competitive until the Detroit Lions were playing prevent defense in the early third quarter. You know what I mean? So yeah. I don't know. I hear what you're saying, but I don't know. And then
the one we have to bring up is the Patriots and the Bills.
That's what I was gonna say. Yes,
1,000%.
Yeah.
Patriots. I mean, they are here to play.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are.
It was a sloppy game on both teams in the first half with the fumbling, but they're still here to play.
Listen, Mike Vrabel can coach, dude. Like.
Absolutely.
I've always been a huge fan of his. I think he just happened to give Tannehill a longer turn when he was at the Titans. I think he get anybody else, and they can go super far. But he's always
correct. And now he's got Drake May, who I think is going to be a fantastic quarterback in the NFL. So
yeah, he's sound, man. I like Mike Vrabel. I like the team and the culture that they're building there. I think, yeah, man, it's a good thing. Stephon Diggs
is looking like he's coming back. Yeah, Stephon Diggs is
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
He's coming back, dude. And he played with a chip on his shoulder yesterday. Yeah, right. Absolutely. No, he looks good. Yep, he's definitely improving. So yeah, guys, it was an exciting week. I just want to finish by saying, Duval.
Yes, sir.
I'm feeling good, guys. Let's hope that the Jacksonville Jaguars can close out an exciting Week 5 with a W. Nothing against the Chiefs, but we'd like to see something different. We want to see success with some of these up and coming teams. So, any closing statements for you both?
Nope. Let's go Jags.
All right. That's it.
Oh
baby.
yeah,
and throw that in there.
Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah,
it's all about the U.
Last closing statement: Florida State champions. And with that statement, I want to thank everyone for listening to the Doc's Huddle. For CJ, the sports enthusiast, Dr. MGB, the legend, I'm Dr. Mikey B, and we'll see everybody next week. Go Jaguars.